Hey MotoAmerica fans, this is Superbike rider Kyle Wyman. Thanks for watching. Subscribe to the MotoAmerica YouTube channel for more coverage, and also like or comment below.
Since the beginning of bagger racing, Indian Motorcycles has dominated. On the brakes is Tyler O'Hara, successfully through, and he will drive his way to the first victory of Mission King of the Baggers. But we're in Harley-Davidson's backyard, and with a beefed-up roster, can the black and orange get their first win in Wisconsin? It's time to find out. Thundering our way towards the MotoAmerica AMA FIM North American Road Race Championship, our third round for 2021 from MotoAmerica in Elkhart Lake, Wisconsin. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the broadcast. I'm Greg White, standing alongside Jason Pridmore, two-time world champion. And Jason, Mission King of the Baggers is a huge hit.
Yeah, every time we get ready to do one of these races, there's always something new or something interesting that comes along. These bikes are heavy, but they're fast and they're fun to watch.
Yeah, and it's been interesting on the racetrack, but also away from the racetrack, including a story about perseverance and getting right here to MotoAmerica to race.
What a great day to be out here. Got invited to be out here by the race team, Harley-Davidson. They just presented me with a brand new bike, race motor, swing arm front end, and they're going to get us out there to make MotoAmerica.
Well, this morning we were putting stuff together. We were digging through our parts, finding parts to get on this bike so y'all could be out there this weekend.
Means the world. Thank you.
Absolutely.
Hey, what's up, guys? Roland Sands here at MotoAmerica. I'm here with Eric Stahl at Jiffy Tune Racing. It's a miracle this guy's getting on the track today. Why don't you tell us what happened?
Well, we had a vehicle fire in Texas. We lost our truck, our trailer, our bike, and all of our equipment.
Not only that, but he built this bike in 2 days. Why don't you tell us who helped you get it here?
The guys from Harley-Davidson, and all of our sponsors, Big Bear Performance, Lindahl Brakes, Bulletproof Snacks, Hard Rider Racing, and everybody that contributed to our GoFundMe.
This is the spirit of bagger racing, guys. Never give up, never give in. Get yourself back on the track. Good luck out there, Eric.
Thank you, Roland.
What a great story for Eric Stahl. But how about this guy, Kyle Wyman? Wait a second, is that another Wyman? We're going to tell you more about that when we return.
Mission King of the Baggers is sponsored by Mission Foods, the world's leading brand for tortillas and wraps. And in part by Geico Motorcycle. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on your car or motorcycle insurance. And Dunlop, the official tire of the MotoAmerica Championship Series.
Welcome back to MotoAmerica, Elkhart Lake, Wisconsin. We are moments away from getting this Mission King of the Baggers race underway. Let's go ahead and check it out. And that's it. We're going racing as Kyle Wyman, Jason, gets a tremendous launch on his Harley-Davidson.
Really good start. And you can see that Tyler O'Hara is going to duck into second. It looks like Michael Barnes is making that challenge as they go into turn one, but it's going to be our fastest three riders of the weekend so far getting themselves. Actually, Travis Wyman's back in fourth. He was actually qualified third. Now they're down into turn three here, Greg, and you can see these guys are going to accelerate hard out of here.
Underneath the Sargento Bridge and the Mission Foods Baggers, and the two riders out front, just like we thought. Kyle Wyman on the 33 and Tyler O'Hara as they take these 625-pound motorcycles into turn 5. 5 laps scheduled in this one. Riders all over the place. Turn 5, Jason, very difficult to navigate, especially with these big motorcycles. First time in a draft heading into turn number 5.
First lap down there, yeah. These big bikes are definitely putting out a big draft, Greg, and we could kind of see that Tyler O'Hara was looking to draft Kyle Wyman as they went down into turn 5, but now we're down into turn 8, and watch these things go through the carousel, Greg. It is pretty impressive. I was lucky enough to ride here last week. I saw Michael Barnes come through here, the carousel, and it was beautiful and scary all at the same time watching him go through this corner. He's fourth in our shot there, as it looks like it's Kyle Wyman, Tyler O'Hara, and then it's going to be Travis Wyman there in third, Michael Barnes in fourth. The speed that these guys are going around this track is pretty impressive for the units that they're on.
Like I mentioned, 625-pound motorcycles, heavily modified here in King of the Baggers. on back through the field. There's the familiar 69 of Danny Eslick, who strapped on a helmet for this one. Looking good to see him out here.
And that's kind of part of the intrigue. We're seeing some guys that we haven't seen in a while. There you go, Michael Barnes on the 34. Great to see him here. We saw him in Atlanta, and I don't believe they got that bike even off the grid in Atlanta. So to see him here and be as competitive as he always is, this guy so versatile. He can ride anything. We've talked about it a lot. And just in front of him, new to the Harley-Davidson factory team, joining his brother Travis Wyman there on the 10. That's going to be his first weekend on that bike.
So there's Travis Wyman on the 10. Hannah, what do you know about the Wymans?
Well, I asked the team about the addition of having a second rider, and Jason Kale told me the learning curve is steep in terms of race development. So having these two bikes will maximize feedback, and they can test changes independently of each other. But also having a teammate is just so beneficial because they're able to learn from each other, especially these two riders who, of course, know each other so well. And this is really a full circle moment that's so special for their family. Their grandfather started a Harley dealership in upstate New York in 1962.
I know it's been a pretty important thing for Kyle, just getting to know him a little bit over the years. This was something that he always dreamed of. He had dirt track pictures on his wall when he was younger, and you could see Michael Barnes now in the draft of Travis Wyman as they go down into turn 5. Let's see if Michael can do anything with him. We go back up to the front here, though, and Tyler O'Hara has made the pass on Kyle Wyman. Now Kyle's going to turn it back up underneath him as they go up into turn 6, and he's able to get that done. Michael Barnes did, in fact, make that pass down into turn 5, Greg.
Yeah, it was a battle of American Iron between Harley-Davidson and Indian Motorcycles out front. Michael Barnes, the 34 on the DTF Performance Oben Brothers Racing Harley-Davidson. Back up front we go. Kyle Wyman, the 33, retaking the lead on his Harley-Davidson Screaming Eagle entry out of Tucson, Arizona. This is where Tyler O'Hara has been really strong. The second half of this carousel.
Oh my gosh, did you see that thing moving around on Tyler O'Hara in the middle of it? It looked like Kyle had just started to open up the tiniest of gaps as they went through turn 8 going towards the carousel. Tyler O'Hara made all that room back up all the way down through the middle of the carousel to the exit. You can see Kyle having a look over his shoulder. These guys have not run together one time all weekend. They've done a pretty good job of separating themselves. So really this is going to be the first time they've seen themselves each other on track.
Into Canada corner, sliding that Harley-Davidson sideways. Kyle Wyman on the Harley-Davidson Road Glide. If that looks familiar to you, it's a heavily modified Harley-Davidson deep in this factory program. Trying to get the first win for Harley-Davidson in the Mission King of the Baggers class. Kyle Wyman onto the front straightaway. Now we get to see the battle of horsepower. Wyman deep behind the bubble. And you can see O'Hara having a look over his shoulder. That might not be a good sign for O'Hara's race.
I don't know. I think that with Tyler, he plans things out, and he's got a chance now to have more of a look at Kyle than Kyle has of him. And he looks back and sees that they're not pressured at all by the guys behind, so he doesn't have to worry about anybody getting near him.
27.7 for Kyle Wyman, faster than he qualified.
Look at how fast, and watch this bike move around the left part of our screen. This bag is literally almost dragging, as you can see.
It did drag. You can see it
you can tell it, right? And just an amazing amount of throttle control. Kyle Wyman that last time by 27.7. I think that's the fastest lap we have seen all weekend. Tyler O'Hara also in the 7s at 27.9.
Down into turn number 5 they go. Kyle Wyman trying to send it sideways and keep it nice and tidy. If you're looking at Mission King of the Baggers for the second or third time, you'll notice that there is a difference in tires. Normally they're on Dunlop Q4s, the same tires you can buy right from your dealership and use those at track days. But for this event, they allowed slick tires in this one. Bit of a gap starting to build.
Yeah, talking a little bit to these guys before, Kyle felt like he had a little bit of an edge from turn 5 down to the chicane. So we're in that section now. The only thing is how fast Tyler O'Hara looked like he was the last time through this particular section. But you can see that gap has opened up a lot. Kyle has gone purple in sector 2, which means that's the fastest anybody has gone through that sector. And he has opened it up now, Greg, to probably, well, I'd say just a little over half a second. He's got to get through here nice and clean, get a good run back down towards Canada corner. He'll probably have a peek over his shoulder. Let's see if he does that. Didn't this time. He stayed down. Now we're going to go back to the battle for third. Michael Barnes still racing with Travis Wyman. So these guys are also having a good little battle between the two.
Roland Sands, what's going on? Oh, not hearing from Roland as we continue to watch the battle for third place between Michael Barnes at 34 and the newly dubbed Harley-Davidson Screaming Eagle rider of Travis Wyman. So the thing to note about Travis Wyman is he hasn't had as much testing, as much track time as his brother has, because Harley-Davidson originally hired on Kyle Wyman, and the 33 has done all of the testing to develop this motorcycle. White flag. We didn't see the white flag fly, but it should be the final lap of competition here. With 1 lap to go. So it looks like a yellow flag is waving down. There's a bike on the front straightaway, but we continue to watch this battle out front as Kyle Wyman putting a big bit of daylight between himself and Tyler O'Hara. Cannot stress the importance, Jason, of Harley-Davidson. A win in their backyard.
Yeah, how about 27-4 that last time by Kyle Wyman? He just opened up that gap completely now. So O'Hara was able to go with him early, but Kyle actually just put the hammer down that last lap, had purple sectors all over the place. He's going to be able to come by, obviously, and see that he's got a bigger lead when he comes through this next time. And I'm not seeing...
Oh, no.
There's Tyler O'Hara.
Tyler O'Hara looks like he's pulling off the racetrack.
And where's Barney? Right now, I don't see Michael Barnes either. There's Tyler O'Hara pulling off down in turn 5. It looks like the Indian has given up.
Wow, so Tyler O'Hara, what a change in the championship. So there was only 5 points between O'Hara and Kyle Wyman, and now it looks like Travis Wyman in second spot. And that could possibly move Hayden Gillum up into third. This now as Kyle Wyman is working his way through the back section of Road America. Next time by, the white flag is going to be coming out. So there's a correction from our timing and scoring. You can see upper left part of your screen. So we await the crossing of the line to sort the order out.
Kyle just had 2 big long looks and realizes now he's on his own. There's nobody around him. That 27-4 to Tyler O'Hara's 28-3. So Tyler O'Hara was still on a fast lap. So something happened to that bike as they went down the back straightaway going down into turn 5. And same with Michael Barnes as well. We're going to get a good overview of the lead that Kyle Wyman has. You can see him going up into turn 14, and his brother has still yet to go through Canada Corner. So this lead that Kyle Wyman has extended is he's going to come out of that last corner. He's going to go up the big run up the front straightaway and get this white flag this time by.
There it is, the final lap for Kyle Wyman, looking for his first win in Mission King of the Baggers. It was big news that dropped when Kyle got to be the factory Harley-Davidson rider this year, and the addition of his brother, the announcement on Thursday this week. This would be so huge right here in Wisconsin. Of course, Harley-Davidson based in Milwaukee. There are thousands of Harley-Davidson fans out here. To go 1-2 would be incredible. So the second rider across the line is Travis Wyman. 12.4 seconds adrift of his brother, but to have brother stand on the podium. And our third place rider, that's Hayden Gillum. So Hayden Gillum having a good go at it. For Hayden Gillum to be in the position that he's in, to be standing on the podium would be spectacular on the Vance and Hines Harley-Davidson Electra Glide. So Jason, we have the potential to have 2 road glides and an Electra Glide on the podium as Kyle Wyman continues to work this final lap.
And you got to remember, this is just a 3-race championship. Kyle finishing second in the first one, and then obviously winning here with Tyler O'Hara going out is going to make work awful hard for the final round for these guys. I believe that's at Laguna Seca. And, you know, it's just too bad to see Tyler break here, Greg. He works really hard, as all these guys do. But
yeah, Indian Motorcycles, they put a lot into it, do a lot of testing. You follow him on social media, you see it. Kyle Wyman as well, doing double duty this weekend, of course, in the Hono Superbike, his own team. And now going through the chicane for the final time this weekend here at Road America. Kyle Wyman on his way to his first victory. Right in Harley-Davidson's backyard. Could you ask for a better script, Jason?
Nah, it's pretty good. And I know that they had some gatherings over the course of the week down at the museum there in Milwaukee, where they also announced Travis Wyman was coming on board to be a teammate to his brother. So there's a big opportunity for Harley. They're going to get their first win here right in their backyard, probably get that 1-2 with the 2 factory Harleys.
So if you're a Harley-Davidson fan or a Kyle Wyman fan, it's time to stand up and cheer for this guy as he comes through the final corner on the last lap. Acceleration, and Kyle Wyman heading towards the checkered flag. And it'll be our first finisher. Kyle Wyman takes victory here at MotoAmerica as he takes his hands off the bars and coasts across the line in fine style. Wyman will stand on the top step of the podium as he awaits the arrival of his brother. Could this be an all Harley-Davidson sweep? Frankie Garcia, the only Indian motorcycle left in this race. Here comes Travis Wyman to take the checkered flag. So 1-2 for the Wyman brothers. And how about Hayden Gillum in his second race back in MotoAmerica competition? Flying the flag for Vance and Hines, and he will round out our podium. All right, we'll step away. When we come back, we're going to hear from Kyle Wyman and how he was able to win this race.
Today's Mission King of the Baggers has been sponsored by Dunlop, the official tire of the MotoAmerica Championship Series.
Welcome back to Mission King of the Baggers from MotoAmerica. Kyle Wyman, a victory over his brother Travis, 15.4 seconds after an early battle between 2 heavy hitters, Tyler O'Hara and Kyle Wyman. And then Hayden Gillum gets to stand on the podium, Danny Eslick in 4th, and Frankie Garcia on the Indian Challenger that rounds out the top 5 after Garcia's podium from round number 1. And you can see right there in the shot as we pan towards victorious brand, a heavy hitter obviously here in Wisconsin. And so there is the number 10 bike. As he's got to get off and go race. But right now we're going to go down to victory lane with Hannah.
Well, Kyle Wyman takes over. The Mission King of the Baggers points lead a second place in race 1 and his first victory. Kyle, this has to be a full circle moment for you. How are you feeling right now?
It's pretty amazing. Just getting a chance to ride for the factory is something that's a dream come true. Now to win for the factory is incredible. I can't thank the Harley-Davidson Motor Company enough, and really all the individuals that make up the company, because these guys are so passionate. They deserve this win so much. They put in so much work, and it just feels amazing. The Owen suspension was working awesome. The Screaming Eagle Performance products on this thing, keeping it going down the road pretty fast, and I'm just so privileged to be in this position, and to get the win for these guys feels amazing.
What does it mean to have your brother alongside you out there?
Man, I didn't know till I saw after the checkered flag. I wish he made it back. I don't know what happened. Maybe he celebrated a little bit too hard, but 1-2 for the Wyman brothers, 1-2 for the Harley-Davidson Motor Company. It couldn't be any better. So we're out here in Wisconsin in their backyard. I know we got a lot of Harley fans out here, and Harley's back on top, baby. Let's go.
Well, congratulations to today's race winner, Kyle Wyman. And Travis Wyman's pulling double duty this weekend, so he had to jump on his stock 1000 bike to get ready for that race.
Yeah, that race, of course, coming up after this one here at MotoAmerica, as we have our first race in the books of the day. And that is, Jason, one happy Kyle Wyman. And why wouldn't you be?
Yeah, absolutely. And you got to remember, he's running his own Superbike program as well. So he's doing, like you say, double duty here. And they've been working hard on this bike, though. Let's get back down to Hannah.
Well, it's a Harley-Davidson podium sweep here in Wisconsin. Rounding out your top 3 is Hayden Gillum. Hayden, I know you were having a hard time Friday and a little bit yesterday, but you're here on the podium. Did you think that you would be standing here at the end of this?
Yeah, definitely. I don't think we expected to be up here today. Atlanta and this weekend have just they've been tough, and we've had a few issues and just not a lot of track time. And I got to give up to Mike and Gene and Steve and the boys over at Vance and Hines and Terry. It's been long, grueling work. They've been working their butts off all weekend, and I'm happy that we could get it up here today. I got a pretty good start and then missed a shift going out into 5, and I thought maybe if I could run with those guys right off the bat, maybe see what they were doing and figure a few things out. Maybe I could run with them. And then that first lap I ran wide and had a little bit of a struggle, but got up there to 5th, and then a little bit of luck came our way, and we're up here in 3rd, so it's not too bad for Vance and Hines. And a 1-2-3 for Harley. That's pretty good right here.
Congratulations, today's 3rd place finisher, Hayden Gillum.
Great to see Hayden Gillum back here racing and on the podium where he should be. And we look forward to seeing how those guys get the bike sorted out. Jason, a good race for Harley-Davidson. This is one they're going to remember for a long time, especially being just an hour up the road from their headquarters. And Kyle Wyman leads this championship over Tyler O'Hara. 11 points with a round to go in this one. Hayden Gillum now in 2nd spot over Frankie Garcia. And Travis Wyman gets 20 points for his 2nd place finish today. So, entertaining race. What do you think, Jason, as we head off to this final round? It's going to be a dogfight when we get to that final race of the season.
Yeah, it would have been a lot better had Tyler been able to finish that race, and then we'd have like a big showdown at Laguna. That said, they're going to be going at each other pretty hard there. Good to see Hayden Gillum back in our paddock again. Saw him at Laguna last year. Saw him in Atlanta, but like he said, didn't get a lot of laps in Atlanta. And but always good to see Hayden back up on the podium.
Yeah, you look at Hayden Gillum on the podium. He said he didn't expect to be here, yet he is. So anything can happen in our final race of the season. But that's it for this one here from MotoAmerica in Elkhart Lake, Wisconsin. As Mission King of the Baggers wraps up, we have a new winner in this class. It's Kyle Wyman. The 33 gets it done. We can't wait till the next round of this championship to decide who will be Mission King of the Baggers national champion. For Handle Open, Jason Pridmore, I'm Greg White. Thanks so much for joining us, and we will see you next time for Mission King of the Baggers.